Welcome back everyone. So let us continue with our SciLab study. So now let us learn how to do some basic operations in SciLab and some basic functions which are ready-made available over here. Okay, so let us start with this thing. I have to manually operate all these things now because I have disabled the hotkeys on the keyboard. Okay, yeah. So first we'll do addition of some things. 5 plus 11, this gives you answer 16. 2 minus 3 for subtraction gives you answer minus 1. Okay, then do 3 divided by 4, 0.75, and 7 divided by 6. Okay, gives you this as the answer. It has been rounded up till 7 decimals. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it has been rounded up to 7 decimals over here. So let's move further and try some more distinct commands. Yeah, you can also use your special characters like pi. The command for pi is percentage symbol and pi. Okay, press enter, you get this as your output. Okay, again it has been rounded up to 7 decimals. Okay, by default this thing rounds up the things to 7 decimals. If you want, you can increase this thing by just using the command format 10. Okay, now we'll just type in pi. It is not given the required output. Okay, I have to load something more right now. Okay, we'll do this formatting a little later. I have not loaded the required class. Okay, but anyways, we'll try something more. 7. Okay. So something more, can do E. Percentage E gives us the value of E. Okay. Yeah. So notice here, this is again giving you all the commands which I'm typing. This thing is kept over here. Okay. The history of all the commands which I have entered. So these are some basic things. You can also do some little more complicated additions. 2 minus 3 divided by 11. It gives you this as an answer. Okay. So I'm just using the console only for right now. Yeah, you can expand this. There is an option to expand this if you don't like it the way it is. Okay, you can even expand it this side. It's not required to be so wide anyways this side. Okay. I don't know if there's a full screen option available here. There is an option called undock over here which opens this console as a separate window. I don't want to do that because I'll have to have difficulty in just shifting between the various screens I'm using right now for recording. Okay, so this were some basic simple things. Now for some little more advanced things. Okay, so with regard to typing complex numbers, let me show you how to type complex numbers. 3 plus 2i, that's what I want to type. So I'll write 3 plus percentage I. Okay, star 2. Okay, so the output has come as 3.0. It's to be read as 3.0. Okay, so 3.0 plus 2.0i. Okay. Even though I had written the I symbol first, it printed it in the second place. I written 3 plus I into 2, but it got printed as 2 into I. Okay, that's how it is going to be done in standardly. Okay. So this is for this. Now moving on, some inbuilt functions I'll teach you. So first thing is finding the square root. So square root of 31, this is the answer, is 5.56. Okay. Yeah, so moving on here, 5.56. Yeah, next we'll learn about factorials. So the command for factorial, not plural. So factorial of 3, 6. So okay, it won't print factorials of very large number, right? It has its own limitation. Factorial, you can say 9999. I doubt this is going to get printed. It's basically given up and said it's infinity. Okay, there is an upper limit, I think, so it goes up to factorial of 600 and something. Some students have calculated this from the previous batches. It stops at somewhere around 600. It's because of the number of decimals here is restricted. Number of digits is restricted to something. Okay, so because of that restriction, if the factorial turns out to be having more than those digits, then the output will not come. Yes, and the amount of digits which I have here might be different from the amount of digits which are available online. In the online version, there might be some different restrictions. Okay, that's there. Next, can go to the trigonometric functions. Sine of percentage pi. Okay, sine of pi is how much? It's 0, right? But here you have got a number which is actually 1.22 into 10 raised to minus 16 as such. Okay, so it is not 0 unfortunately due to some errors in the calculation. Okay, it's very rare that you'll see the answer of anything over here as 0. It will always come in some small decimal this thing. Okay, so now this is in the 16 decimal position, which is actually, if you round it up, it is 0, right? But the software has some accuracy issues always. The way it is, the numerical techniques which is using to calculate this value, there are some errors coming in. Okay, but these errors are negligible. It's 10 to the power minus 16. Okay, same way, let me just show you what is sine of percentage pi divided by 2. So pi by 2. This is coming out as a round number 1. Here there is no problem. Okay. If I press the up button, it repeats the command again. Okay. So see, I just pressed the up button. It repeated the command. I'm pressing the up button on my keyboard. Instead, up. If I press down, it goes down. Okay. So now I can edit the command and run it again. Okay, so I'll edit this to pi by 4 and I'll run it again. So it gave me this answer 0.07. Okay, yeah, so let's go further. Keep one thing in mind, this commands are actually case sensitive. So if you type in the wrong command, if you type in with the wrong if you type it with capital or small letters, capital letters or mixture of capital and small letters, it will not run. Okay, so pause of this thing. So let me just show you what happens if you type this percentage pi by 2. So it's coming as undefined variable cos. Okay, so capital C is not accepted here. Same way, even capital COS will not run. Percentage I divided by 4. Again, it's not running. Okay, so keep in mind there's some case sensitivity involved in this software over here. So your commands are kind of predefined, and you cannot change the spellings. Okay. Moving on now. The other functions which are available is exponential function. Exponential function is different from the e thing what we studied above. That e is only the value of e. Okay, if you want to do it like that, then you will have to do it manually. So let us do a comparison and see also. So what is exponential of 2? It's going to become 7.39850 sorry, 7.3890561. Okay, now let us try the other command, that is, I'll put in brackets percentage e to the power 2. Exactly same we got answer, at least for this values. Okay, so you can use it for some simple calculations like this, but as you can see there will be some difficulty involved in writing the command for it. Okay, so exponential is always kind of a bit better. Okay, so that's there. Next is we can also calculate the log values, but this is the natural log of percentage e, give me 1. So this is the natural log to the base e. Okay, so it should have been ln, but the command has been given as log. Okay, it's not log to the base 10. So anyways, let us do this again. Let us try this. I'll define the variable. I can define variables also here. So I'll define the variable capital E as e exponential of 9. It comes with this number, 1103. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll define L to be equal to log of e. So we got the correct answer. So what I did, capital E, I defined it as the exponent of 9, and then log, I took the inverse over there. Okay, so the log of the exponent should give you back the same number which you started off with. Okay, yeah, if you take certain decimal numbers, you might get some errors here. Okay, because as I told you, the restrictions here on the computational accuracy anyways. Okay, so you cannot expect a perfect answer. As you can see, we have not got the values of sine and cos as perfect zeros over there. There was some small error. Okay, yeah, so is like this, just like what we did in Python, we can also define variables here. So you can define w as cos of percentage pi divided by 4. Okay, and it gives you the value of w. Okay, I can also define s to be the value of sine of percentage pi by 4. Okay, that gives me this value. Okay, so now I want to define the variable. Names of the variables can be given anything. Okay, I'll define this to be the variable capital O N E. Okay, it can be used as a mixture of various alphabets, and even numbers can be used in the name of the variable. You can use S1, S2, S3. Okay, so this I'll define it as equal to S power 2 plus W power 2. Okay, so If I put the semicolon over here, the output is not printed. Okay, so semicolon is used to just save the number directly without printing it. Okay, so now I want to know the value. So what I'll do, I'll just type 1, press enter. Okay, so that tells me that 1 is equal to 1.000. Okay, so it's come like a perfect calculation. So what I did is sin square plus cos square is equal to 1. That's what I have shown you. Okay, so that was with this. Now you can also do it like this. Age. Okay, I'm purposely doing this. Age 1 is equal to 31. Okay, so I'm entering my age. I will not print the output of this, so I'll just put a command like this. The semicolon, I'll put the semicolon over there. That will prevent the printing of the output of the variable. Okay, so I directly went to the next command line without printing the output. And here you can see on the top right corner the names of all the variables which I have saved and kept. Okay, and it's also telling you of the type of the variable, what is the error if any on them. Okay, and how much memory they're consuming. Okay, so this is my age. Now I want to print this output. I can actually just type the word age and age 1 and I get the output, but I want a little hi-fi thing. So the command for printing output is display age 1. Okay, so it displayed the value of age 1 variable. Okay, but I'm not so happy with this output, so I'll try display in the brackets in double apostrophes. I'll write the sentence which I want to write. My age is, end of the sentence, double apostrophe, sorry, not double apostrophe, just single apostrophe. Okay, and this thing. Okay, just press enter. Okay, it came as my age. Oh sorry, this is just a moment. You didn't have to put this on for the time being. Since I'm only printing a sentence, oh, it's showing an error here. Okay, let me type this again. My age is, I'll enter the value of my age. So I want to type in the variable. So see, in Python we used to use comma to separate the sentence and the variable, right? So here we don't do that. Here we use the plus sign. But we use the plus sign and convert. There's this thing here that we have to convert the, you can print only sentences here, so kind of you, if you're printing some parts in a sentence, everything has to be converted to a sentence and printed. Okay, so print string of string, let's convert it into a string value, string ag1. Okay, so this printed my age is 31. Yeah, just keep the space properly here. Just put space here. Always do this. Keep space before putting the double apostrophes. Okay. I'm not sure why this apostrophes are printing. They should have not been printing. I wonder if it's because this is a new version and something has changed here. Never mind, we'll fix it in the later videos. Okay, I can edit this further. My age is, and I can type one more, 31 will come here, right? So put the word years. Okay, so my age is 31 years. Again, there is a problem with the spacing, so keep in mind. Yeah, but in between apostrophes didn't come up, if you notice. Okay, so that's the thing. Yeah, one special case is there over here. When you're typing this now, if you want to type a sentence like this, it is, oh wait, display, it is 7 o'clock. So you will type like this, right? It is 7 a.m. Okay, it should have been so simple, but just see what is happening. There is a problem here. So what is the problem? Problem is with the apostrophe for its. Okay, so to resolve that issue, what we do is I go back to this command. Yeah, go back to this command, and instead of single apostrophe over here now, you have to use double apostrophe. That's all. That's the only change you have to make in your sentence. So now it's printed. Okay, so when you want to print the apostrophe sign for some reason, just remember that you have to use double apostrophes over there. Okay, so this is all about some basic functions in SciLab. Okay, let us stop here. Okay, so these are the things here. So now let me actually go manually do all these things now. This hotkeys. Yeah, so that's all in this video. In the next video, we'll learn how to solve some things about matrices and all those things. Okay, so that's all over here. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. I have to manually stop this. Stop.